It's Accountex 2023. We are live in London. I'm thrilled to have with me today the legend that is Bev Flanagan. Hello to you.
Legend, oh, that's good, thank you.
Does that sit well with you, Bev?
I like that, that's quite nice.
You can go with that.
I'll take that.
Now, for people that haven't come across you, you've been in this game a long time, haven't you? Give us a little flavour of your life and your areas of expertise.
Okay, so I've been in the accounting profession for just coming up to 30 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, I know I don't look old enough, but
you started very young, though. Yes.
Yeah. So I worked in industry first. So I worked for firms like Royal & Son Alliance and Daily Mail, etc.
Big brands.
Yeah, big brands. So I was the financial controller for 4 of the Daily Mail companies. To cut a long story short, we all got made redundant because they created a big shared accounting centre. There were about 2,000 companies at that time under the Daily Mail's wings, and they wanted to merge everything. So I did nothing wrong with Leicester, because that's where the shared accounting centre was, but we didn't want to locate to Leicester. So I decided at that point, I'm going to set up myself, start my own accounting firm, and that's what I did. I thought, can't hurt. If it doesn't work out, give it a year. If it doesn't work out, I'll go and get another job. 17 years later is when I sold it last year.
Wow. When you sell a business, many people think you make your millions, you sail off into the sunset, you play golf or sit on a beach for the rest of your life. But you're that kind of person, you need to keep the wheels turning. So
absolutely.
Tell us what you're doing now, Bev.
So I've actually just started a new business, Rob. So last week, 1st of May. So I've now created a new business. It's called BFF, Bev Flanagan Financial. And I'm now going to be helping accountants and bookkeepers on a sort of consultative basis. 2 sides to it, so I'm going to help them to grow if that's what they want to do, and the other side is to help them to get ready for exiting, like I've done as well. So obviously I've been there, done that, so I can absolutely help them.
That is an important point. You have been there and done that.
Yes.
There's a lot of so-called experts out there
that have read a book and they're the expert.
Yeah, a lot of hot air, a lot of hype or regurgitating content, but you have lived this already,
Exactly.
Bev, so you can speak with credibility.
Exactly. So like I said, I had my business for 17 years, grew it successfully. Obviously there's pitfalls along the way. It's brilliant having your own practice, but sometimes very rewarding, but sometimes it can be a bit challenging as well. So like I said, I've gone through those challenges and got through the other side. So I grew my firm to be 100% digital in the cloud. I got all the systems and processes in place so that it could run without me. So that's how I knew I was sort of at that point that I was ready to sell and move on to another challenge, because I've done it for so long.
Yeah.
But accounting is in my heart, and that's why I want to stay in the profession and help others.
You talk to accountants all the time now,
Yes.
bookkeepers. What kind of challenges keep coming up again and again for them?
Yeah, so one is team. Massive. Obviously, it's no secret that there is a shortage in the UK at the minute, and it has been for a couple of years. Team, and a lot of people are looking to outsource. India.
So people, talent, recruitment,
exactly.
retention.
Yes. Yeah. That's a big thing. Another one is pricing, because accountants are really kind and they're really nice, and I'll just do this because it'll only take me 5 minutes.
They hate talking about pricing.
They really do. They're absolutely fantastic at helping business owners to build their businesses and to help them price properly. But I feel that us accountants were a little bit rubbish on that side of things in pricing our value and what we add to the client.
Did you experience that when you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I first started, I was winging it for ages. I'm not going to lie. I just took clients on for the sake of getting clients at the beginning, which is a ridiculous thing to say, but I've got to be truthful.
Yeah.
And then I went on to fixed pricing, what I thought was fixed pricing, and I just made a number up out of the top of my head, but then getting a mentor and a coach and understanding pricing more. Martin Bissett has taught me a lot about true value pricing, so I can now pass that on to other people as well. But yeah, accountants definitely are undercharging for their expertise and value and services.
What kind of impact does that have on an accounting firm, particularly a small firm, if they get pricing wrong, Bev?
Well, it's a big vicious circle, isn't it, Rob? To be honest, if they're not bringing the money in that they truly and rightly deserve, that has a big impact then on the time, because they've not got enough time to do everything to fit everything in. Yeah. It impacts the team as well, because they can't afford team, even though like we just mentioned the shortage, but they tend to not have their team stick to them because they can't pay for them, because they're not charging enough, not getting enough money in. So do you get what I mean? It's like a big, massive, vicious circle.
Yeah. One of the challenges accounting firms have is marketing themselves. Now, there's plenty of businesses out there that need accountants, but a certain amount of marketing is sometimes required. How are you growing your brand and your new business?
marketing is absolutely crucial for accounting firms.
Well, you're a big personality, so
Yes.
you've got a strong personal brand, so that's part of the mix, presumably.
Yeah, and I take that as you saying I'm gobby, but that's fine.
I would never say you're gobby. You're a fellow northerner like
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
so we're
I get
plain
it.
speaking, aren't we?
Exactly. No, I get that. Yeah, not everyone's like us. Not everyone's sort of quite happy to go on and talk on a microphone or go in front of a webinar or anything like that in front of a camera. But you've got to differentiate yourself. There's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of accountants. So for myself and for accountants as well that are in practice, you've got to differentiate yourself, and you do have to step out of your comfort zone and just do a little bit. You know, there's a lot of accountants now that are doing TikToks. I did a TikTok when I was in practice. It got 325,000 views and I got 4 clients out of that. I might add I wasn't in that was my team doing it. But it just shows you that, you know, just stepping a little bit outside your comfort zone and just doing something that you might not ordinarily find comfortable, but something that just takes 2 minutes, your ideal target market might be just watching that at that right time and think, you know what, I like them, I want to work with them, I want them to do my accounts. So it's absolutely crucial.
Not just I want them to do our accounts, but employer brand.
Yeah.
Accounting firms have to differentiate themselves in the labour market to educate them on saying we are a great place to work.
And the brand is also a good point as well, like you said, Rob, because my brand when I were in practice was Mind Your Assets Accounts. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong calling your accounting firm Flanagan & Co., but that wasn't me. That wasn't my sort of personality. So that's why I wanted a sort of a quirky brand. So that's why I created Mind Your Assets Accounts. And when I sold my practice last year, like I've just mentioned, the person that acquired my firm, they've acquired lots of other smaller firms in the past as well. And they didn't have a brand and they sort of swallowed it up under theirs.
Right.
But mine, they kept it on because I got that brand. So that's another good point as well. So that absolutely also increased the value of my saleable asset as well because of the brand.
How much has the game of accountancy changed over the years? You've been in it a long time now.
I
You
have.
must have seen a lot of things come and go.
Well, I don't have as much risk take because you don't know where I'm going with this, do you? When I first started, the big red books, so you're writing in, all the money's in on one side, the money's out on the other side. I absolutely can remember those days.
Gotta love double entry bookkeeping.
Exactly, yeah. And now obviously there's all this automation and all the apps talking to each other and synchronising. And it's great. It's massively changed and for the better, absolutely. Time is crucial.
What excites you most about the future, Bev, both personally and for the profession?
For myself, my new business venture, I was mentioned BFF, because I have got a lot of passion for this industry. I've been in it a long time, like I've said, and because I've been there and done that, I really want to help. Like, I know that this is a bit of a cliche and everybody says it, but I genuinely want to help people because I know there's a lot of accountants out there struggling and they feel it's a bit of a sign of weakness by asking for help, and it's not. You need to reach out and have somebody like myself or any of the other coaches, mentors, consultants to help you through these pain points because we've been there, we've done that, and we know how to get you through. You don't start off in business to struggle and miss out on family time, miss out on hobbies and stuff like that. And unfortunately, it's really sad that happens a lot just because somebody daren't reach out or they feel like it's a sign of weakness, like I said. So I'm excited about that I'm going to be able to share my expertise with people.
You'll fulfill a need.
Yes,
definitely.
yes,
And
definitely.
for the profession generally? Exciting
because they get
times,
to work with
hopefully.
me. So yeah.
Your modesty prevails.
Yes, come on with me.
But it's an interesting point. Accountants should be as coachable as anyone. They're not
Yeah.
always, but they need help. And
Absolutely.
the problem is they see themselves as a trusted advisor and the expert, and we've got all the answers, we should have all the answers, and they don't lean into people like Bev Flanagan.
No, exactly. And like when I first started as well, like I was good at accounts, obviously, you have to be being an accountant, but running your business is you've got to be sales, you've got to be marketing, if you've got an office, you've got to be the cleaner, you've got to be the mentor to your staff. So you don't naturally as an accountant know all that, and you're not an expert in all that anyway, so you absolutely need help, and it's not a sign of weakness to ask for it.
Final question, Bev. BFF for me, I've got 2 daughters, Georgia and Madison. They would say that means best friends forever.
Yes.
So maybe you played on that, but
Yes.
you're certainly a personality. How important is relationship?
Oh,
Because
massive.
you're unique, and some people will really get you, and you will be the perfect coach and mentor for them. And it might be the same for accountants. They should play up more to their personality.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. That's why I've created the BFF brand. So it's sort of your play on words for me, Bev Flanagan Financial, and the fact that I'm going to be your best friend in your business to help you grow or
I've got your
sell.
back. I'm in your corner.
Exactly.
All of that.
Yeah. I'm your friend. I'm going to help you.
Yeah.
But your question again was about.
Well, how important is personality and relationship in what an accountant is doing?
Well, yeah, it's not just about, like, going back to your other question as well, it's not just about doing your accounts, not just about the compliance work, your VAT returns. It is absolutely about building relationships with your clients to then move on to advisory work, because an accountant is the first person a business owner will come to.
Yeah.
Usually stuff not even relating to accounts. So that relationship is so crucial between you, the accounting firm, and the business owner. So then for them to be able to work with them, the longevity of the contract, for them to be able to refer you with confidence, you're not going to be able to do, they won't be able to do that if you just, yeah, I'm Bev, I'm going to do your year end. It just doesn't work.
It's a wonderful crusade, Bev Flanagan, and we wish you the very best with it. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.